Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Today we're celebrating Pride Month because it's starting. It's starting right now. Pride Month is starting. It's the 1st of June and we are gonna have a look at some fun memes. Some of them are wholesome and some of them are just plain homophobic. But we're gonna comment on that and that's gonna be the thing today. So I hope you enjoy this. Let's have a look at the first meme. Okay, so this is an homophobic one. Let's have a look. This is exactly what I see when a grown man says he bought an electric vehicle. So you think he's a sissy for buying an electric vehicle. Like, I don't know if electric vehicles are more expensive, but I guess so. Because electric cars are new. I mean, there must be like 10 years old already now. But here's another, this is maybe you remember last week's video where I was talking about, was it Jordan Peterson? Jordan Peterson's rant about someone saying, you should fuck with the conscience. With the conscience. You should think about how many children you want to set into this planet. But he called that guy a son of a bitch for encouraging people to have one child. Because, the alternative is basically the world being on fire. But when people, especially in the right-wing spectrum, I would like to say, they are opposed and even triggered at your activism. So buying an electric chair makes you a fag, right? If we're in their mindset, they will use derogatory terms and hateful rhetoric. This is, ladies and gentlemen, just one way to incite violence and bullying in the queer community. So, okay, that was my take. This is bullying, essentially. This is not an electric car. The dude can't move. And he's just a little sassy with his coffee cup in his hand or whatever that is. So somehow he deserves hate, right? That's the right-wing logic. Gay is bad. Okay. Let's check out the next one. Oh, this one looks... this one looks like it's gonna be somewhat cringe. I'm gonna turn it down here a bit. Okay, so we now have some room here. My 23-year-old female husband, what? Oh, say, hello there. I'm starting to speak gibberish. So she is a 23-year-old female and has a 24-year-old male husband. Thinks our son is gay when he's only a year old. Now, I haven't read the list yet, but girl, you guys are young. You guys are very young. Did you meet him a year ago? Did you meet him 2 years ago? That's not a lot of time to know a guy, right? Maybe you guys know each other since you're 12 or 10 or 17, and that would be okay. But I don't trust, fresh relationships that dive in, and after a short time, they're very young. They're like, yeah, we got our lives figured out. I know I want to spend my life with you. Do you, though? Do you? Let's see. Because now you have a kid with your guy. And he's might be a little obsessed. Let's have a look. Some of the reasons he thinks our son is gay. Number one, He loves when the light shines through the window in a way that makes rainbows on the floor. Okay. So, your husband, did he just sexualize rainbows? This is so weird, and I'm sure it'll get even weirder. Yeah? Let's have a look. Number 2. He was curious about my makeup and has tried to take my lipstick and eyeliner. It reminds him of crayons. And Dad is thinking that this means that he's... Oh, Jesus, you're right. You know, it's shocking to me how very little some men know about children or babies or life or sexuality or LGBTQ for that matter. How can you be that stupid? We are just... That was point 2 and it was ridiculously stupid. Let's have a look. Number 3. I mean, crayons and lipstick. Children are usually, they're generally curious. And this guy's like, oh, he touched your lipstick. I think he's gonna be a homo. What? That's number 3. Number 3. He generally prefers me to my husband. Okay. Why? That's shocking. You're a perfect dad. You're a perfect dad. Right? You're just worrying about external superficialities instead of the well-being of your child. Jesus Christ. And this poor 23-year-old lady and even the kid, I am so sorry for you. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. How can you? It's like you're chained to this man baby. To the homophobic man baby who's sexualizing your child, by the way. So girl, run. And we're just on number 3. And of course, he generally prefers me to my husband. That is a typical sign of jealousy from the parents' side. So already we're seeing possessiveness, we're seeing jealousy, we're seeing all types of fragile BS, right? And it is just... So just from the little bit that I've read about this dude, is there's so many red flags already. I am so concerned for the safety of this family. I think this dad will morph into an abuser. He is going to bully his son, calling him gay and other things, and his son is going to rebel against that, and the dad is gonna double down because he's not mature. He's a puss. I don't want to swear that much, but you know what puss means. Okay, number 4. Maybe we should stop with this list. Maybe we should, because it's disgusting. It's repulsive. This is where I said, ladies and gentlemen, that there were going to be things that are upsetting and disgusting. This is absolutely it. Thanks, guy. And it's always, it has to be another straight white person who does say disgusting things about his own son. Okay, number 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. He likes to help me peel bananas. And one time, my husband saw him mouth the tip of it. He got angry at me for letting him do something that looks sexual. What the fuck is what she said. She said what the fuck as a reaction. Girl, we're all thinking what the fuck at this point. And I mean, I was thinking it since point 1. but you know, this is, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean to anyone generally, but it makes me mad. It makes me mad that we live in a world where I could, you know, I could generalize and say half of the population is just not ready for anything, for none of the important issues on this planet. It just feels like it. It feels silly, and it feels like we're just not. Again, this is number 5. He got angry at me for letting him do something that looks sexual. This guy is so homophobic that at this point, his homophobia is his personality. Trust me on that. This guy has no personality, and he's sexualizing his own 1-year-old child. We are talking not just homophobia here. This sounds like pedophilia. And it is extremely sick. And it is extremely, like, someone needs to protect this wife, this son, from the father. This is what I mean, he's gonna, like, this has rapey energy all over it. And, you know, number 6. I mean, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. His favorite thing to do outside right now is look at the flowers that are blooming and touch them. Again, kids, what is gay about flowers? You know that guys can get flowers too, right? Like you can gift someone flowers, right? That it's not illegal, right? But this guy doesn't know, so don't tell him, you know. So touching flowers is gay now. Okay. It's still another red flag that you're so dumb. And I'm sorry, girl, but what are you doing with a man like that? But I mean, this is the thing. She didn't know. She didn't know what she was getting herself into. And now he's showing his true colors to her. And she's thinking, who's this fucking psycho? So much for the swearing. Oh, okay. Next, number 6. My husband thinks he likes books too much for a boy. Like, what is he supposed to like? Grenades? Guns? He checks a lot of the boxes right now. This is a white supremacist. Because, again, white supremacists feel threatened by education and therefore books. So, I don't know, maybe you want to watch American Idol or some people in the jungle eating testicles. Maybe that's something that is a less gay activity, right? I hope that your boy keeps reading books and becomes a rebel in this family dynamic. And I hope that the dad's attempts of taking away the boy's individuality fails, because this is what it is. This is also very part of fascism. There was actually, I think, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a book that was written in the 30s that was only published after the Second World War in Germany, where it was, I think it talked about how being sexually repressed actually caters to fascist ideologies. So people, check your sexuality, know yourself, be yourself. Don't be like this asshole. And number 7. There's also a character in one of the books that my son always points and smiles at because he has bright orange hair, son's favorite color, but my husband thinks he has a crush on the character. I don't even know what to say. Well, girl, no one knows what to say except leave. Grab the boy and leave. You are not going to chain yourself to this psycho and be abused for the next 10 or so years. Get out. Get out now. This dude is dangerous and he does not have your best interests at heart. And I would not put it beside him or past him to even rape or do something to your son. Because this is way too weird. This is way too extreme. So that was really creepy. Yeah, and you're worried about LGBTQ people indoctrinating your kids? Really? You're doing that yourself, honey. Idiot. Okay, so next up. This is social skills on Reddit. So the group is called Social Skills. Is it gay for a man to tell another man good morning? And this was, by the way, discovered in a group called Must Man Harder or the Gay Will Unpenis Me. I'm sorry, it's the queer. So this person on Reddit writes, I am a 23-year-old male. My dad and I were out at a laundromat. And as we were leaving, another man walks in. I make eye contact with him and I say, good morning. He replies, y'all fellas all right? When we walked out, my father tells me, don't ever say good morning to a man around your age. Guys would think you're a little sweet. You understand me. Next time say what's up or what's going on. To a woman it's fine, but not a man. When you're out on the streets, don't say that. Okay, some straight people need to exactly explain. Maybe you're straight right now. Maybe you know. But maybe you can explain where the sexual innuendo is in good morning. Because I failed to see it. Maybe someone else can see it. Maybe I don't understand this at all, he says. When is it ever gay or wrong for a man to say good morning to another man? I say good morning to everyone, male and female, at work, all of the time, and have no issues. Well, except for with your dad, apparently. I don't think I did anything wrong. I think my dad is being absurd. Oh, really? Your dad could be absurd? Say it ain't so. Is it gay for a man to tell another man good morning? Is the last sentence on that. Now, I don't know how old you're 23-year-old male, so maybe your dad is 40, 50, and I don't know. Maybe your dad needs to open up about the experiences he has had after saying good morning to a young man his age, or someone his own age. Like, that is so absurd, and it is this internalized homophobia. And I mean, he's 24 years old. Are you telling me that now this is the lesson that his dad, like 24 years later, you taught me about women, you taught me about sex, you taught me about everything that I need to know, but this cryptic, sudden development that good morning suddenly is gay? Like, I can't remember the last time I ended up with a dick in my mouth for saying good morning. So, but maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Let's go to the next meme, yeah? Pro tip, when you talk to men, always add "for a man" at the end of sentences when you pay them compliments. You're pretty smart, for a man. You're a good driver, for a man. They like that. It shows respect. Yeah, we know that. We know what that means, yeah? This one is, you know, this one is nice. This is not like perverted and disgusting and full of Nazism. This is nice. This is nice. It's like, you know, you're just being treated how you treat women, dear. And you probably don't like that, right? You probably don't. No, because you're a hypocrite. You know, like we can treat women like shit, but if we treat men with the same standards, it's suddenly like, oh, what is wrong with you? It's like the abortion thing, isn't it? Like, men can decide what to do with women's bodies or what women are supposed to do with their bodies. But no one is saying, look, let's add, you know, policies and laws into effect that say that men have no freedom over their bodies. But the government has it. Or someone else. But not men. And fapping should be illegal. Because whatever you fap has life in it. You're just, you know, that this is, I'm not the only one, you know, like you've heard this 1,000 times possibly, you know, like just jacking off is also the, you know, you have like sperm. So what? Do you want to save the sperm too? No, strangely, we don't, because that would be crazy, wouldn't it? But it's not crazy when we're doing it to women, because women are not tolerated in this society. They're just second-class citizens. That is still the truth. And don't get me started with queer people. We're just fucking cannon fodder on this planet. Jesus, it's disgusting, really. Next meme. I am not shamed to dress like a woman because I don't think it's shameful to be a woman, is a quote said by Iggy Pop, dressed as a woman in one of his hands. And, you know, and also, you know, now that it's Pride Month, Iggy Pop is probably not his real name, right? Can we Google it? Can we Google it? Iggy Pop real name. James Newell Osterberg Jr. is his real name. So, I have a question to all the transphobes out there. When you listen to a song by someone like Iggy Pop, do you acknowledge that the song is written by someone called Iggy Pop? Or do you say, you're not really Iggy Pop, you're James Newell Osterberg Jr. I'm listening a song by James Newell Osterberg Jr. His you know, his biggest hit is, what was it? His biggest hit is The Passenger by Iggy Pop. Lady Gaga is also named was it Stephanie Germanotta? So do you say, I like Poker Face by Miss Germanotta? No, you say, I like Poker Face by Lady Gaga. So essentially, a little bit, you can see that there's a little bit of trans in our pop culture already. People are named after their artist names, and we respect them. Pink is not, her real name isn't Pink, it's Alicia Moore. Same with Lady Gaga. Spoiler alert, Marilyn Manson. I can go on and on. Everyone, Cher, Shakira, Shania Twain, they all have Eminem. Everyone has fake names. And no one's bitching about that. But strangely, in society, when a woman identifies as a man, or a man identifies as a woman, we don't want to do that. Or the whole of the TERFs don't want to do, the fucking Keeleys. Why not, I ask you? What's so different between this and the other thing? Iggy Pop, no one's calling him by his real name. Maybe some fan will. So where's the outrage? Where's the outrage? See, there's no, it's not based on anything. It's not a danger. It is not, it's just dumb and stupid, and you're all part of it. If you're, part of the trans outrage, I just think it should be criminalized. Calling people pedophiles and whatnot is defamation, and it's an insult, and people should be paying for that. They should, like Alex Jones, right? He claimed that people were faking the deaths of their own children, and now he has to pay like $1 billion. Everyone, every single individual, it doesn't matter where they are, it doesn't matter if it's Twitter, it doesn't matter if it's Instagram, deserves to be criminalized and fined for trans hate and homophobic rhetoric. And I will die on that hill. No one needs the regressive bullshit that people are swallowing. It's 2023. Let's look forward. Let's not look backwards. Because, holding on to traditions has never been going, it was never a thing that really benefited everyone. We know how, everything was better back in the day. No, it's not. No, it isn't. Let's do better this Pride Month. Let's do better. Let's pass legislation that will criminalize and, do it. Everyone would benefit from it if they criminalized racism, homophobia, transphobia, and hate against women. If everyone who spouts hate against minorities were to be fined, not only could you use that money for good, but people would even be able to learn a fucking lesson. That's just my opinion. And half of you will hate it, but I don't care. So this is strength-based yoga. No spirituality, just for men. This is one of those wonderfully these treasures that were found in a group called Must Man Harder or the Queer Will on Penis Me. It's sad. Don't buy this book. It's stupid. Yeah, no spirituality because, men are not allowed to be spiritual. They're allowed to be angry and not regulated emotionally. We're just shells. We're just fucking empty shells. I fucking hate this. And it's 2023, ladies and gentlemen. I think we still have a long way to go, like 20 years, 25 years, until we fucking get this right. But anyway, skip I'm not buying this book, and I encourage you to do the same. Moving on. We're heading towards the end of our show today, which I didn't think it would take so long, but here we are. I hope you had fun. Before I go, let's do two more. This one's big. Hang on. There we go. And hopefully, we can get something wholesome for the end, or something really disgusting and perverted. We'll see. Let's see. Here it goes. I love the shameless affection in the Lord of the Rings, to laugh and to cry and to hug and to kiss, and it only makes them stronger. Yeah, you know what? I remember watching it, the Lord of the Rings, and the male on-screen affection and relationships that were in these movies were so authentic and real. It felt real, even though we are in a complete fictional world. It doesn't matter. But you could see that in this world, people are not ashamed of being who they are, and they are not ashamed of showing affection to their friends. And I even remember seeing it back in the day and just kind of thinking, wow, this is weird, because I haven't seen it this way. I haven't seen the kiss on the forehead and the affection and the hugs and the physical touches also. We are so accustomed into believing that it is bad for us to share intimacy, except for when it is smashing a pair of genitals. This is my opinion. This is the superficial. This is why I don't really believe in a lot of things anymore. It's sad on one hand, but on the other hand, it's, we can only grow and learn by watching the world around us, seeing what we don't like, what we don't appreciate, and what we reject. And we are rejecting the wrong things. We have been rejecting the wrong things for many years, is what I feel. And it's kind of sad that men can't be around men in a different way, in an authentic way, in a real way. And so, the last beam I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, is this one. One of the builders, okay, this is a tweet thread. One of the workers in our office has painted nails. Nothing unusual in that, of course. Except he's the most terrifyingly cishet looking white guy. So I guess that means cis. I've ever laid eyes on. He noticed my surprise at his nails, and in a beautiful Irish voice explained that his daughter is trans, and he wanted people to know he supported her and had asked her how best to do that. She told him to have conversations with people, and that just needed something to get these conversations started. They agreed. Him wearing nail varnish would do it. Not all heroes wear capes. That is true. You do, in fact, not need a cape to be a hero. And this reminds me how, we can look at the internet, we can look at the Google searches, and we can look who's really popular nowadays. And it's really easy to see who's popular. And even though there are struggles every year in the Pride community and in the world that need to be overcome, and it seems difficult at times, it seems impossible at times, but then there are news there are like things that really give me a sense of positivity. Like if we were going into the wrong direction as a society, people like Andrew Tate would be the heroes of today's society. But that's not true. He is, even though he is popular among insecure incels who promote disgusting views on women, gays, and really anyone who is different. You know who is more popular than Andrew Tate? It's easy. Pedro Pascal. You know, the guy who has a trans sister, the guy who is supportive, who's loving, who is kind, generous, talented, smart. That's a real role model in today's society. And they're hard to come by, really. I believe this. And it gives me hope seeing that someone like him is attracting so many people. And I think it's completely deserved, and we need more people like Pedro Pascal. If you enjoyed this video, I'm so happy because this is a special. This is a full-length special on Pride Month. If you want to see another Pride video like this where I react to memes, please leave a comment in the comment section, and I shall get to it. Now, there's also a little bit of music news that I would like to share with you. I've just released on the 5th of May my remix album, What Remains Remixed. And we are working on new music, and it's been hard keeping up with production and demand, if you will. And so, unfortunately, I have to say that it will take a little longer until you hear new music, but it's on the way. And as soon as we've finished something, it'll start rolling out more frequently and stuff like that. But we've encountered some issues, and so production is a bit slow, but we're on it, and I hope you're excited. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying the Jedi Survivor streams on my channel. I'm doing those. It is just a walkthrough without commentary, so I hope you enjoy that. And once again, I would just like to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you had a lot of fun. This was a blast to do, so I hope to do more. And I just wanted to say thanks again. Be safe, everyone. Have a happy and safe Pride Month, and be yourself, and don't justify yourself. You're beautiful and you deserve to exist, and there's no one who could take that away from you. So, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.